Top of the morning, fight fans. This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Daniel Dynamite Dubois. Get this. Daniel Dubois injured, and the lengthy recovery time is revealed. Daniel Dubois' thrilling victory over Kevin Ledena. Barry McGuigan has provided an update on his injury. Against the odds, Dubois, of course, was dropped in his early bout against the South African, in which the WBA heavyweight champion belt was on the line. The London man took a knee twice following the knockdown, marking a disastrous first round, while shot that initially hurt Triple D was a good one. The two counts that followed seemed to come from a lack of recovery and an issue with his leg rather more than sustained damage. After a cautious second, Dubois hurt and stopped the man in the third. Post-fight trainer Shane McGuigan told the broadcast that his fighter had suffered a knee injury, and this is what he said. He said, "Well, it's interesting. Dan has a tear on his ACL, and as soon as we got the news that he had a tear on his ACL, suddenly he was offered the fight with Usyk, which he can't have. He can't box for 6 months now anyway because of the repair time. He got hit on the top of the head the last time, and when he stepped back, he tore his ACL, and his balance was very badly affected. He had to come back from adversity, and he showed that he could do that. He kept his cool. Shane's advice in the corner was great, kept him nice and relaxed, used his boxing skills, and walked Kevin Ledena down to that right hand and finished with spectacular fashion." He says, "I don't think it's fair to make him fight when he's unwell, so he'll need a leave of absence, as it were, but he's ready to fight the top guys. I'd rather he fight someone like Anthony Joshua or Tyson Fury rather than Usyk." And I will stop there. Okay, Daniel Dubois hurt himself officially. That kind of explains what happened in the first round because it was very bizarre, okay? And I can buy the fact that he did hurt himself because that second and third knockdown, I don't even think a punch was landed. But I do question on why a punch wasn't landed. You know what I mean? Because it was almost like Kevin Ledena just eased off the gas a little bit too much for it to be, unintentional. You know what I mean? It's just like something. It was just funny. It was strange. However, I do think, and it does appear that based on how Daniel Dubois went down, it was on his end from an injury that he sustained. But him being injured, I don't see why the WBA would order that right now. I think he couldn't fight him anyway, so that's good news for the undisputed side of things. This is a hurdle that we don't have to even worry about anybody jumping. Okay, so we can throw the Frank Warren possibility out, or that narrative, of him using Daniel Dubois as a wedge between Tyson Fury and Usyk, and these guys hopefully can get the fight on. That's if the WBO doesn't pop out of nowhere and the IBF slacks off. Okay, but this is good nonetheless. This is just one more thing less to worry about. But the WBA, him being a champion, I think they should just kind of chill, because if they know what's going on, it's just up to them, really, if they want to give that time of absence to Daniel Dubois. I don't know what their rules are to injury, especially when a mandatory fight is at stake. But I don't think it would be fair to Daniel Dubois not for him to get the healing time that he needs, on top of stripping it from him if he doesn't defend, because you already know that he's injured. That wouldn't be right at all. That would be actually extra shitty, right? Hold the flies, right? I mean, it's just terrible. But Daniel Dubois out for the first 6 months. I'm glad that he at least got a fight in at the end of the year. You guys tell me what you think of Daniel Dubois officially injuring his ACL and the update and the recovery time. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.